السلام دوستای عزیز، خلاقنه که جور باشین، سرحال باشین و از جای دنیا که هستین خوش باشین. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in. In today's vlog, we are escaping to Miami, Florida. I just needed an escape from the city. I love you, New York. I have a love and hate relationship in New York, but I just need to escape the city. My flight was at 6:30 a.m., so I left bright and early to LaGuardia. Now, here was the catch, a little unexpected little catch. When I got to Miami, Florida, South Beach to be exact, it was pouring like no one's business. Lord and behold, we had a visitor called Hurricane Milton, and everyone was on a hurricane watch, evacuation watch, but thankfully South Beach was not on a evacuation restriction, so not the perfect timing to be at the beach, but here is a tour of the room. I stayed at the Lowe's Resort in Miami South Beach. It's supposed to be a luxurious resort. Given the price point, it was quite expensive, if I do say so, but I wanted to splurge and have a self-care weekend, and the only reason I'm even bringing up the price point is because I thought I was able to at least enjoy the resort given the weather, stay on the beach, the pool, the sun, but nevertheless, as you'll see here, it was super duper cloudy. I think this was the only 7 minutes of my entire weekend that it did not rain, so I used advantage of it and went and just got my feet a little wet, enjoyed the breeze. Honestly, it was so therapeutic. I wish I could spend more time at the beach. I'll take the 7 minutes. Regardless of the cloudy and rainy weekend, I decided to just stay in the resort. You might ask, why didn't I reschedule or cancel my trip? Because honestly, I was under the impression that it was going to only rain for a few hours, but I was wrong. I know I went a little crazy with the buffet. Rest assured, I didn't eat all of it. But here's a little sneak peek of the restrooms of the resort. It was really, really nice, but it was old, surprisingly. Like, it was overdue for renovation. At least I think so. So, nevertheless, I stayed in the lounge for the most part. I stayed inside the resort and just got some work done. I journaled. I did some editing that I never got a chance to do in New York City. Created some content and just really created a nice little backstock/inventory, because you all know life in New York gets quite busy and I just wanted to leave it. I have a love and hate relationship with New York City. I love it, but I also need to escape it occasionally. Then I decided to try Rouse. Now, Rouse is a restaurant that we do apparently have in New York City, I was told. But they had it inside the resort, so I decided to give it a try. The food was so delicious. I fell in love with the ambiance. Again, I was traveling by myself, so I think dining on your own is a bit unique. I had to go outside my comfort zone, but nevertheless, I enjoyed it. I needed it. And traveling alone isn't new to me. I do that quite often. I think because I work in New York City and I'm constantly surrounded by hundreds of people, at least in my field of work line, that I think I enjoy my quiet space and my alone time. But I also don't mind traveling with friends. So I was really lucky that I actually had a friend, a former colleague, visit me in Miami for a little bit. This is the next day. I had to do the buffet. Now, the resort I was staying at had complimentary breakfast buffet set up until I think 11 a.m. And since it was super duper cloudy and rainy and I couldn't go outside the resort, I figured, what else can I do than eat my heart out at the buffet? So don't mind the spread. I went ham. But I also decided to use advantage of the amenities. I went to a spa and got a massage. I even got a haircut and a blowout. Again, I normally wouldn't have done that, but because I was stuck inside, I said, you know what? Let me make the most out of this little escape of a weekend. We are currently in Miami with Milton. Hurricane Milton, that is. Honestly, I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, just smile about it. Smiling as it's not funny. Of course, it's very scary, but I am not complaining. I came to Miami to escape New York, to just have a little healing weekend, a little weekend where I could just be on the beach, lay in the sun. Rest assured, the weather had other plans, even though I did see the forecast and I knew after booking. I booked it already without even checking the weather. I booked it, and then closer to my trip, I looked at the weather and I was like, oh, it's raining all week. But I was like, it'll probably be on and off. Next thing you know, oh no, it is raining the entire weekend. I literally haven't left the resort. I left the resort once. But I'm not complaining because honestly, there's really other icky and terrible things out in the world happening that I have no right to complain about a rainy weekend in Miami. I'm beyond grateful that I even have the opportunity, the blessing to be able to come to Miami on my own and be able to financially afford that. That's a blessing that I'm grateful for. So yes, was it the most magical weekend? No, it was definitely rainy and I didn't even get a chance to lay in the sun. But if that's the only complaint in life, I'm okay with that. Honestly, I just want to go home so bad. I'm grateful that my flight has not been delayed or canceled. So I'm really grateful, alhamdulillah. I just want to go back home to New York. I want to go back to my apartment. I want to go back to my home, to my family, because it's scary. People are prepping here. It's bad. Let me show you. I mean, it looked like I was inside of a fridge. It was quite foggy. But again, South Beach, Miami has not been super affected, so there was no evacuation required, hence why my flight was not canceled. But I know further down, Tampa, Florida, definitely has been affected. So again, I made the most out of it, but I was really grateful that I only went for a few days and I could have not waited to hit the airport. I went actually a little earlier than I should have, but I wanted to check out of the hotel and just stay up to date at the airport. Because I know myself, once I'm back in New York City, it is working and grooving the next day. But nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoy this sweet, super short vlog. دوست عزیز خدا کنه ای برنامه شما خوش کرده باشه. یادتون نره که سابسکرایب کنین، کامنت کنین تا برنامه آینده. خداحافظ.